Hello everyone, in this video we'll learn about polar form of complex number, how to find the polar form of a complex number, and then how to find a plus iota b form from the polar form. Let's see, suppose you have been given a complex number z which is a plus iota b, where a and b are any two real numbers, and we want to find out its polar form. To find the polar form of z, and we know that the polar form of z is r into cos theta plus iota sin theta. This we have learnt in the previous video, where r is equal to modulus of z and theta is the argument of z, or we write it as amplitude of z. Now, to find the polar form of any of the complex number, we can get the questions in different four forms. What are those forms? Number one may be when a is greater than 0 and b is also greater than 0. Second is when a is less than 0 and b is greater than 0. Third case may be when a is greater than 0 and b is less than 0. And the fourth case may be when a is less than 0 and b is also less than 0. We will take all the four cases and learn how to find out the polar form of them. Let's take the first case. When a is greater than 0 and b is also greater than 0 for any z a plus iota b. We take one example on this. Suppose you have been given z is equal to 1 plus root 3 iota. Here a is 1 which is greater than 0 and b is root 3 which is also greater than 0. Then we know how to find out r, that is modulus z is root of a square plus b square, and that is root of 1 square plus root 3 square, that is root of 1 plus 3, or you can say root of 4, and that is 2 because we have to take only positive. To find theta, we know it is tan inverse b upon a, that can be taken as tan inverse root 3 upon 1, that is tan inverse root 3. And we know tan inverse root 3 is pi by 3, because tan pi by 3 is root 3. We can write since tan pi by 3 is root 3. And therefore we can write polar form of z is equal to r into cos theta plus iota sin theta. In this case, it will be 2 into cos of pi by 3 plus iota sin pi by 3. The main thing we have to keep in mind here is to find out theta. We have to be very particular in find out this theta and very careful. Why? Because we should know that the principal value of argument of z, that is theta, lies in pi, minus pi and pi. It means we can say that theta is lying between minus pi and pi only. The same question we can do by one more method, that is we can write let z is equal to r cos theta plus iota sin theta. Then we know that 1 plus root 3 iota is equal to r cos theta plus iota r sin theta. And we know two complex numbers are equal if their real and imaginary parts are separately equal. So we write that equating the real and imaginary parts r cos theta is equal to 1 and r sin theta is equal to root 3. This we can take as equation number 1 and 2. If we square and add them, squaring and adding 1 and 2, we will get r square into cos square theta plus sin square theta equal to 1 plus 3. And we know this is 1. It means r is equal to root of 4 and that is 2. So we could get the modulus of this. Now to get the argument we can divide them. Dividing 2 by 1. We will have r sin theta upon r cos theta is equal to root 3 upon 1. This r and r will cancel and this gives you tan theta is equal to root 3. Now to keep in mind that sin theta and cos theta both are positive here. Sin theta is greater than 0 and cos theta is also greater than 0. Both are possible only when theta lies in first quadrant. This implies that theta lies in first quadrant. And if it lies first quadrant means this implies that theta is pi by 3 because tan pi by 3 is root 3. And then we can write therefore z is equal to r cos theta plus iota sin theta will be equal to 2 into cos of pi by 3 plus iota sin of pi by 3. We can make use of any one of the method to find out polar form. Let's take the second case now. For z equal to a plus iota b, when a is less than 0 and b is greater than 0, let z is equal to, the same question if we take, we can write this as minus 1 plus root 3 iota. And if we go with the second method, we can write let the polar form of z be r cos theta plus iota sin theta. This implies that minus 1 plus root 3 iota is equal to r cos theta plus iota r sin theta. Equating the real and imaginary parts, we get r cos theta is equal to minus 1 and r sin theta is equal to root 3. If we square and add them, squaring and adding 1 and 2, we get, now we know this will come as r square because cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1, is minus 1 square plus root 3 square, that is equal to 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. It means r equal to root 4, that is 2. To find out the argument, we divide them. Dividing 2 by 1. We get sin theta upon cos theta, because r and r will cancel, equal to root 3 upon minus 1. This gives you tan theta equal to minus root 3. Now to find out the value of theta, we have to keep in mind that here we are having sin theta is greater than 0 and cos theta is less than 0. And this implies that theta lies in second quadrant. It lies in second quadrant. Or we can say theta lies between pi by 2 and pi. And we know such value is pi minus pi by 3, that is 2 pi by 3. Tan 2 pi by 3 is minus root 3. So theta will be here 2 pi by 3, and therefore we can write z is equal to r cos theta plus iota sin theta is equal to 2 into cos of 2 pi by 3 plus iota sin of 2 pi by 3. Let's learn about the third case now. For z is equal to a plus iota b, when we find a is greater than 0 and b is less than 0. Let's take a question. Let z is equal to 1 minus root 3 iota. Here we find a is equal to 1 and b is minus root 3. So a is greater than 0, b is less than 0. Following the procedure, let z be in polar form r cos theta plus iota sin theta, which implies that 1 minus root 3 iota is equal to r cos theta plus iota r sin theta. Equating the real and imaginary part, we get r cos theta equal to 1 and r sin theta equal to minus root 3. If we square and add them, squaring and adding 1 and 2, we get r square is equal to 1 square plus minus root 3 square. That is 1 plus 3 equal to 4. It means we get r equal to 2. When we divide them, dividing 2 by 1, we get tan theta equal to, that is sin theta upon cos theta, minus root 3 upon 1, which is minus root 3. Now we find here that cos theta is greater than 0 and sin theta is less than 0. This implies that theta lies in fourth quadrant. When theta lies in fourth quadrant, we have to see what should be theta. Then theta will be equal to minus pi by 3. We'll take it negative. And then we can write therefore z is equal to r cos theta plus iota sin theta, that is equal to 2 into cos of minus pi by 3 plus iota sin of minus pi by 3. Can we write this as 2 cos of pi by 3 minus iota sin of pi by 3? That is the answer. So like this we can find out the polar form in this form. Let's take the fourth case now. If z is equal to minus 1 minus root 3 iota, you can see here a is minus 1 and b is minus root 3. Both are negative. Let the polar form of this bz is equal to r into cos theta plus iota sin theta. Then we have minus 1 minus root 3 iota is equal to r cos theta plus iota r sin theta. Equating the real and imaginary parts, r cos theta equal to minus 1 and r sin theta equal to minus root 3. These are the two equations. If we square and add them, squaring and adding 1 and 2, we get r square equal to minus 1 square plus minus root 3 square. That is 1 plus 3 equal to 4. It means r will be root 4, that is 2. Then we divide them. Dividing equation number 2 by 1, we get tan theta is equal to minus root 3 upon minus 1. This is root 3. And we know that tan pi by 3 is root 3. But here sin theta and cos theta both are negative. We will write here, since sin theta is less than 0 and cos theta is also less than 0, therefore theta lies in third quadrant. It means theta lies between pi and 3 pi by 2. But since we have theta between minus pi and pi only, therefore the value is to be taken such that it will be theta equal to minus pi minus pi by 3, that will be minus 2 pi by 3. This is the thing we have to remember in third quadrant. And therefore, we get the polar form of z as r cos theta plus iota sin theta, that is equal to 2 into cos of minus 2 pi by 3 plus iota sine of minus 2 pi by 3. We can also write this as 2 into cos of 2 pi by 3 minus iota sine of 2 pi by 3, since we know that cos minus theta is plus cos theta and sine minus theta is minus sine theta. Now we will learn, if any question is given that the complex number in the polar form and we want to convert into the standard form, so we will learn that from polar form to standard form. Let z be 2 into cos of pi by 4 plus iota sine pi by 4 given to us. And we have to convert into standard form, that is a plus iota b form. Can we write here 2 into, we know the value of cos pi by 4, that is 1 by root 2. We also know the value of sine pi by 4, that is 1 by root 2. We just put the value of cos theta and sin theta, whatever they are, and 1 by root 2 if we take common, this will be 1 by root 2 into 2 into 1 plus iota, and that becomes root 2 into 1 plus iota, or we can write this as root 2 plus root 2 iota, which is the standard form. In this video, you have learnt how to convert a plus iota b form into the polar form and polar form into the standard form. Thanks for watching my video. If you have any doubts or comments, leave them in the comment box and I will get back to you.